What's up, boxing fans? This is Aztec 101 in the ring, and I'm doing a prediction. This is a prediction video. I'm gonna try to make it as quickly as possible. I may break it down just a little bit for you guys, but I want to pick a winner for three of the fights that I'm interested in watching in the undercard for Gary Russell Jr. versus Lomachenko. Um, I'm gonna start off with Chad Dawson versus George Blades. I really do believe this is an easy fight. Should be a great come-up fight for Chad Dawson. Don't know too much about George Blades, but this should be an easy fight for Chad Dawson. Hopefully he gets back on the winning streak. This is light heavyweight. Anything can happen, but George Blades just does not have the technical pedigree to actually catch Chad Dawson off his game. You know, I see Chad Dawson walking through his opponent, maybe ending it in a knockout. But for the most part, Chad Dawson's gonna dominate. That's my prediction. This next fight, I don't think a lot of you are gonna agree with what I have to say, but I'm gonna stick to my guns. I really do feel that we might see an upset in this next fight. Devin Alexander versus Jesus Soto Karass. I got Karass winning. A lot of you might go, well, Devin Alexander is gonna outbox Karass, and I don't feel that way. I really don't. I thought, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if Jesus Soto Karass at least did a little bit of homework, he would know that what approach to take this fight. What's the approach you should take? And I think Jesus Soto Karass just holds the certain attributes to make this an exciting fight and make this a very competitive fight. Devin Alexander, great boxer. He can move around the ring. He counters well. And I mean, he has had trouble. He's had trouble with fighters, not the fighters that are aggressive. See, someone like Maidana, who was constantly moving forward, he was able to tie up with him. But fighters like Timothy Bradley and Sean Porter kind of took a different approach. They were very aggressive and they would move forward, but then they would stop and they would lay off their offense and move back, and then they would switch it up. That's what they did. From offense to defense, they switched it up. It wasn't a consistent staying in one gear the entire round. So it got to the point where it was a bit unpredictable for Devin Alexander in those fights, and I don't think that he ever really adjusted well to their rhythm. And if Jesus Soto Karass can maintain an unpredictable rhythm, maybe he might even finish Devin Alexander. I don't see Alexander having the power to really hurt Karass. If he does hurt Karass in this fight, that would be really impressive, but I really don't think he has the power to do so. But I do see Jesus Soto Karass walking through Devin's punches. It's not going to be an easy fight, but with the right amount of offense and defense, I think Karass has the ability to win this fight, maybe even ending it in a TKO. He definitely has the hands to do so. He has the power. So, I'm excited. I'm excited for this fight. I got Jesus Soto Karass winning in an upset. Both of these guys are trying to rejuvenate their career. They both came off losses, and so they're probably going to give this 100%. I hope so. I hope they leave it all in the ring. And I hope it's an exciting fight. I hope there's not too much tying up and it becomes slow. I hope it's at least hit and move or something. But I hope there's not too much tying up. I hate seeing that in boxing. But I think Jesus Soto Karass is strong enough and big enough to fight out of the clinch. So hopefully, Karass, if there's any advice, if I were in the corner, it would be, if you do get in the clinch, fight out of it. Fight out of it. Let Devin Alexander know That's not going to save him. But I got Karass winning. Next fight, I'm fucking amazed that Robert Guerrero is still fighting. I fucking forgot about this dude. I thought he retired. I didn't even know what Mayweather has fought two opponents since Robert Guerrero, and then finally Robert Guerrero is stepping back into the ring. I mean, this is insane. It is ridiculous. And he's going up against Kamagai, a fighter from Japan. Um, this fighter from Japan is no joke. I mean, just on paper, just on paper, 24 wins, 21 knockouts. All right, he's got one loss. It was a decision loss, and he's got one draw. But 24 wins, and 24 or 21 of those wins are by knockout. So the man has heavy hands. Heavy hands. Robert Guerrero may have trouble in this fight. He may walk into some trouble. But from what I've seen from Kamagai, he's... I think he might be just a tad bit too slow for Guerrero. I think Robert Guerrero will have the hand speed. I got Robert Guerrero winning this fight. I think that he's just going to show a different level. I think he's going to be able to outbox Kamagai and be able to box himself into a win. I don't really think that Kamagai has the technical or the speed advantage to be able to beat Robert Guerrero or at least keep up with Robert Guerrero. But that layoff, that time that Guerrero hasn't had in the ring, is really, really making it difficult for me to pick him to win this fight. Like, I'm having a hard time. I want to say, like, if this was 6 months ago, or even if this was 6 months ago, I would say Robert Guerrero hands down. Right? If this was 6 months ago, but now I'm having a hard time picking him. I'm still gonna pick him to win, but I think Kamagai, has just been more active. He's just been more active, and this is a great shot. It's a great shot for Kamagai. Maybe we get a new fighter to throw into the mix. 147 is full of heavy hitters. I mean, this guy may be a great challenge for other fighters at 147. So we'll see what happens. I got Robert Guerrero winning. I'm not completely convinced by Robert Guerrero, but I think he has just enough to win this fight and get by with a unanimous decision or a split decision or something. So those are my picks: Chad Dawson, Karass, and Robert Guerrero. This is Aztec 101 in the ring, and I'm out.